So there, Nicholas, is the answers to 17 and 18. There is the answers to 19. There is the answer to 20. And then we're working on these pages, which I will record the right answers to. C. Who's giving me C? Anusha. 7.5. 7.5. Absolutely right. D. Karen, hit me. Look at that. You're on fire. E. Adrian, go. 47. Look at this. 100%. F. Karen again. I know, all right. G. Oh, tricky one. Martin. 2. Yeah, that was a tough one. H. Lassa. 7.2. This is my favorite. I ran 720,000 centimeters. No, you ran 7.2K. It's kind of like, you know how when people give the age of their children in months? You guys know that thing that people do?
Well, like if they're younger than a year.
Younger than 1 year, I agree. I'll even allow it to go to 2 years. Right? If someone's, 17 months, I don't mind. I let that go. But when they're like over 2 and people are still doing it in months, he's 33 months old. He's almost 3. Just accept it. Your baby is no longer a baby anymore. I personally am 516 months old. But it sounds silly when you say that, right? But I like it. Just for fun, 1 second, I'm talking math. Just for fun, I like to do this right now when we start talking about numbers to see if you people actually understand numbers. How many of you in this room, honestly, think about it for a second, feel that you are at least 1 million seconds old? How many of you are comfortable saying you're 1 million seconds old? I'm letting you. 1 million's a big number. How many of you have lived on this planet for 1 million seconds? Not bad. Not bad. Of course, all of you have, because 1 million seconds is only 11 days. Now, how many of you feel that you have lived for 1 billion seconds?
No.
1 billion seconds is 37 years. That's the difference between 1 million and 1 billion. So every time you hear like the government talking about billions of dollars like it's nothing, you should remember that example. Because 1 billion seconds is 37 years. I'm the only person in here that's 1 billion seconds old. But 1 million seconds is 11 days. So that line in The Social Network, when Justin Timberlake says $1 million isn't cool, $1 billion is cool. He's right. And remember, Bill Gates has $94 billion. All right, back to math. Where'd we get to? Oh, we got to here. Oh, these ones are tricky. What is it?
35.
35. And then B. No, you're not the person I'm asking. I'm asking Hayden. But he was right. Ooh, C. Tricky, tricky. Josh. Absolutely right. D. Gagan. 26. Whoa. 26 inches. I wanted inches. You took it to feet. So what did you have to do then? 26 times 12. So what is it? Karen? 312. All right. E. Hayden.
532.
Nicely done. F. Hayden.
5,320.
Nice. G. Now, Gagan, this is you. This is when we're going to feet. 8 times 3. Yeah. What would have been funny is if you said 312 inches there. Because that's the... Never mind. Oh, wait. Hey, Gagan, what's H? Yeah! Perform the following calculation in the metric system. Now, do you have a choice here? Could you write 2.6 meters? Yes. Could you also write 260 centimeters? Could you be a real chump and write 2,600 millimeters? Could you be an even more annoying person and write 0.026 kilometers? Yes. Right? Could you have gone 0.0026 megometers? And so on and so on and so on, because that's how the metric system works. So 5,008 meters, 5.008 kilometers, so on, so on, so on. And then I appear to have lost the instructions to say, perform the following calculations in the imperial system. But these are all obviously imperial. Or did everyone convert them to metric? I hope not. I hope you just kept going imperial. So what is this one? 2 miles is 10,560. Plus 3 plus 4, 17,560 feet. Right? I don't want to go back to miles. Please tell me you all did these in the smallest one. Oh, phew. Because I can't go back to miles in my head. It's too hard for me. Because I'm old. And my brain is breaking down. Because it's over 1 billion seconds old. Right? There's a lot of mileage on my brain. The warranty is expired. They won't give me another one. I can't go to Walmart. I lost the receipt. Although Walmart will give you your stuff back. Although I went to my grandma, my mom's house, my kid's grandma. She gave me some clothes for my daughter that, because she hadn't seen my daughter in a while, my daughter has outgrown them and she never got to wear them. So my mom says, just take them back to Walmart. I don't have the receipt though. I say, yeah, no problem. I went to Walmart. They were on clearance at Walmart, so they were only going to give me back like $1 for the clothes. So I just donated them instead. So be careful if you don't have your Walmart receipt. Not that, any of you guys shop for clothes at Walmart, but my mom's poor, and she buys clothes at Walmart. I like buying clothes at Walmart sometimes because a shirt costs $5 because that's what a shirt is worth. But once you put a fancy name on it, then it becomes a $100 shirt. I don't understand that. Well, I bought my son a fake Gucci shirt in Ecuador. He was very happy. He's always saying he wants to get Gucci stuff. I don't know why. And I said, here, son, I got you a Gucci shirt. He's like, I think that's a knockoff, Dad. I know that's a knockoff, son. That's why it was only $5. Here you go. And he said, thanks, Dad. Ecuador is very funny. They don't have copyright laws. You can do anything you want. Homer Simpson really enjoys a hot dog from the cart in the town I was in. Because it was Homer Simpson's hot dog stand. Anyway, except they don't call them hot dogs in Ecuador. They call them something else. I can't remember what they call them. Salchipapas. That's what they call them. Salchipapas. I don't really think that translates from Spanish properly. Because hot dog would be caliente, whatever dog. Caliente perro. Or perro caliente. But they say salchipapa. Which is fun to say. Can I get a salchipapa? And then they make like a poutine with hot dogs and fries. Which sounds gross, right? You're going, ooh. But it's actually really good. With fries? I don't know.
You ever been to Disneyland?
I've been to Disneyland.
You ever went to that cafe, that like Transformers cafe?
No, that was not there when I was there. That's a newer thing. Yeah? And what do they call them? Sloppy Joes?
Yeah.
See, I call a Sloppy Joe like tomato sauce and hamburger and a bun. That's what I know as a sloppy Joe.
Chili.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, back to math. 22 feet, 23 feet, 23 feet, 3 inches, right? What's C? It's tricky, right? Because it's hard to do. It's technically adding fractions, isn't it? Because or subtracting fractions. It's 8 1/3 yards minus 3 2/3 of a yard, correct? And then you could do however you do your fractions. Most of you probably went 25 minus 11 yards over 3, which is 14 over 3, which is 4 yards, 2 feet. Right? Same one here. 2 feet 5 inches. This one is 10,560, 9,560. And this one is 98 inches. Right? Now, this next question, was yours as impossible to read as mine? Was anybody able to read it well enough to do it? 10 inches, 5 yards of ribbon. So 5 times 36, 180 inches of ribbon divided by 10, 18. Airline. This is a good question in real life. Got to add up to 62. So what do I have to do with all of these measurements? Hayden? Multiply all the feet by... Okay. All right. So this is a good question then for... How many people did that? They did some multiplication.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Read.
I did it differently.
Okay. The length, the width, and the height add up to no more than 62. So what do I have to do with this length, width, and height? I got to times by 2.
Yeah, don't you perimeter?
Okay, read the question.
Oh. Okay.
Karen, can I take my suitcase on this flight?
No.
No, I can't.
Yeah, because I turned all of them into inches first.
Yep.
And then I added all of them up and it equals 67 inches.
Yep. So that's 27 plus 24 plus 16 equals 67 inches. I'm allowed a maximum of 62. Now, again, I bet that everybody who did something differently did all their math right. Like, I bet they multiplied all the numbers right and they got all the right numbers, right? Because the math isn't the hard part in all this measurement stuff, is it? It's just multiply, add, divide, whatever. The problem is reading the questions, yes? So be very, very careful when you read the questions. All right? This question always causes trouble too. One piece of wire, and I will draw that wire red, is 2 feet 3 inches, which would be 27 inches. Everyone agree? The other piece of wire, which I will draw blue, 1 yard, 36 inches, 1 foot, 12 inches, plus 8 inches. 56, yes? So the other one is 56. So if I put them both together, what would I do? And look, red and blue. What ink am I going to write in?
Purple.
Oh, I love that. If I put them both together, it's 83, correct? Except it's not. Why? Because I got to overlap by 1 inch, yeah? So this... This was going to be so awesome. Goes there. So now how long is it? 82. Is it 82 or is it 81?
81.
I take 1 inch off both sides, don't I? It's the overlap thing that you did in grade 9 surface area, remember? Got to count 2 overlaps. How many people did I fool with that one? Be honest, it's only practice. It doesn't hurt you at all. Fooled a few people? Excellent. All right, if you could turn your next page over to page 23, you see that, oh my goodness, it starts right away with number 1. Hammer it. Thank you. Look at you. You reminded me. All right, everybody, somewhere write down the 5-digit number I'm about to tell you. Thank you, Amrit. I totally would have forgotten. All right, now, the reason there is no space here to show you how to do this is because I have already shown you how to do this. Because what is the one thing we remember about math? If it happens once, how often does it happen? All the time. Math doesn't piss around. It's always the same. So, if we know that we can convert within systems by taking our starting value, the screen is not on, is it? By taking our starting value and multiplying by the fraction of what we want over what we have, if we know that will work when we're within a system, then it must work when we're going between systems. Everybody clear? So, all of you are going to need that extra page, the data booklet, that chart. All of you should have that in front of you, because this works exactly the same way, except the numbers aren't pretty anymore, right? You can't just do some of it in your head. So we'll do this first one, and it's real easy. You'll understand in a second. 19 meters. That is my starting value. Green. 19 meters. I'm going to multiply that by what I want. What am I going to? Foot. So I go to I want feet up top. And what do I have? Meters. So meters are on the bottom. And then all I do is I find that chart, that spot on my chart. And what is it? Look carefully, it's tricky. Do you see feet to meters? No, what do you see? We're going between imperial and SI, so you've got 3 columns there. Which one? You need the middle column. What do you see, Josh? You can change feet to centimeters, right? And then what do you have to do to change centimeters to meters? 2 decimal places, right? So what you see on your chart is 1 foot equals 30.48 centimeters, correct? Now we've already done 2 days of converting metric conversions, haven't we? What is this as meters? How many places does that decimal place have to go? Lassa.
0.3.
Yeah, it's got to go 2 this way, correct? So that must mean that 1 foot also equals 0.3048 meters. Does everybody understand? Now, are you allowed to write that right on your chart right now if you want? Are you? Of course you are. Because I said you don't have to memorize any of this stuff. This is the stuff I give you. Because memory is not what this class is. We do not have a bunch of cards on the table and we're flipping them over to see if we can match the bluebird and the bluebird. This is math class. So now that we know the conversion, what numbers go where? Where does the 1 go in our equation here? At the top with feet. Where does the 0.3048 go? At the bottom. Now, what do I get to do with the 1 automatically? We cross out. We don't use it. So now I have 19 over 0.3048. I can't do that in my head, so where do I go? To my calculator. How long's a bowling alley? To the nearest foot. 19 divided by 0.3048 is 546. 62. Everybody understand? It's exactly the same thing, but the numbers are going to be yucky. Okay? So, number 2. Hannah is American. So her car is driving in miles. Farron is Canadian. His car is driving in kilometers. Who drives further? How many do I have to convert? 1 or both? I only got to convert one of them, don't I? One sec, Hayden. I'm going to let you give me the answer. Which one do I convert, or does it matter? Doesn't matter at all, does it? I could go 62 miles to kilometers. I want km. I've got miles. Or I could go 98 kilometers and I want miles, but I've got km. Does it matter which one I do? The only thing that changes is where the 1 goes, right? Where's the 1 going to go in the green one? With the miles or with the kilometers? Look on your chart. Where's the 1? With miles. So it's down here, 1.609, or it's up here, 1.609. If we do the green one, is it a multiply or divide situation? Multiply. 62 times 1.609. If we do the red one, is it multiply or divide? Divide. 98 divided by 1.609. So, Hayden, I said you could give me the answer. Who drove further? Hannah drove further.
Wait, can't you also times 1.6 by 62?
That's what I did right here. 62 times 1.609. I did them both. That's how much I care about you guys. I'll do double the work to make sure you get it in one way. Right? That's because of that Grinchy heart thing. 3 sizes too big. Bursting the x-ray, remember? Safe space. I am here for you. See how I did that? I know, right? Let's just remember that in December. Anusha got the joke. Leasley now got the joke. Micah's laughing. I don't know if he really got the joke.
No, I didn't.
What's in December?
Christmas.
What do we traditionally do at Christmas?
Oh, yeah, winter break.
More importantly than winter break, we give presents.
Oh, yeah.
You're the Grinch.
No, I'm the Grinch at the end when his heart is 3 sizes too big. I've already become a good guy.
Why don't you just say that you're...
Huh?
Like, were you originally...
Yeah, I wasn't a big... I was not big on Christmas. When I was your age, I was like, Christmas sucks. Because I didn't like it. Because I was too old to enjoy the presents. But I was old enough to recognize that people make such a big deal about the present side of Christmas, not the rest of it. And then as I've gotten older, I've seen commercials, like Best Buy had commercials a couple of years ago, gifts that don't suck. Which really bothers me, because Christmas isn't about the presents. I'm not even religious at all, but it's not about the presents. Christmas is the time, and every culture in the world has a winter festival.
No.
Who doesn't? They have a festival in December. Oh, it's not in December. When's Diwali?
Not in December.
Late November, right? Early November.
Yeah.
Yeah, it moves around, right? Because it has to do with the moon, right? Yeah. The moon in winter. November is winter everywhere in the northern hemisphere. India's in the northern hemisphere. Everywhere has a winter festival. Because it has to do with the change of seasons and everything. Just like everywhere has a spring festival.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Now, the problem is when you go to the southern hemisphere, it's all messed up, right? Because in Australia, you have Christmas on the beach. Because it's the middle of summer. Which is wicked awesome. I would love to go surfing at Christmas. Once I went surfing at New Year's, it was so cold. I wore 2 wetsuits. One on top of the other. And it was still cold, Micah. It was the coldest I've ever been in my life. All the water everywhere in that town, except the ocean, was frozen solid. And I was surfing. So I could say I surfed on New Year's Day. Why not? What I was really wanting to do, Gagan, I wanted to grow a beard before we got there. So when I surfed and I stood up and I was in the air, my beard would freeze. But I was too wussy to do that because I was scared of actually having ice on my face. Don't laugh at me, Micah. You've got a beard. I'll take you surfing in November. We'll see or in December. We'll see in January. And we'll see what happens when your beard freezes. And you'll all be like, then we'll see who the tough guy is. I've had frozen beard. It's not pleasant.
I would, but I don't know how to surf.
That's not important. Actually, I don't think I have a surfboard that you could ride. My surfboards are small. You're bigger than me. But I would get you one, and I would teach you to surf. You don't have to be very good to stand up the first time. That's the thing about surfing. Everyone thinks it's so hard. But to get up and ride a wave is not that hard. And then everybody thinks they know how to surf, and then they try to get better, and you can't get better. It's impossible to get better. It's the toughest sport in the world to get better.
Then how do people get better?
They practice like every single day. We don't live by the ocean. If I lived by the ocean, I would be surfing at lunchtime. That's how much I love surfing. If this school had ocean right there, once that bell rang, I would already be in the water. I would be wearing my wetsuit under my clothes, which would be awful because wetsuits make you so hot and sweaty if you're not in the water. Huh? It is worth it because it means you could catch 5 more waves while you were instead of changing.
You think if we lived beside like a beach or something, like school would let us like go there, right?
The Santa Monica High School has a surfing team. They have a surfing team. They practice every morning at 7:30 in the morning. The Santa Monica Middle School has a surfing team. You can get on the surfing team in grade 6. I know, right?
Where is that?
Santa Monica, California, brother.
Oh, it's in the United States.
Yes, it is indeed. It would be, if I ever moved to America to teach, I would move to California. Even though it's kind of scary, I would still do it. I might move to Hawaii, but it's expensive in Hawaii to live. It's not as expensive in California.
I'm in the mountain.
Have you? I haven't been to Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. But then maybe if I went to Hawaii, I would be sad because there's that beach in Hawaii that's more plastic than sand. And that would make me sad. Really sad. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm getting sad. Stop. You're making me sad. Moving on. Alex is 6'2" tall. Why is this question more difficult than the question we just did? You can make it more difficult because some people will convert the feet and then the inches to centimeters. They'll do 2 equations. Do they need to? Or could they take all of this as inches and convert it straight to centimeters? That would work too. Do I care which one you do? No. But me, what do you think I'm going to do? Take a guess. I'm going to turn all of it into inches because I can do 6 times 12 in my head. So right away I'm just going to go, oh, that's 74 inches. And then I'm going to convert. Everybody understand? Do I have to? No. I could go feet to centimeters, inches to centimeters. But then, what do I want? I want centimeters. What do I have? Inches. Where's the 1 go? Check on your chart. Does it go the inches or the centimeters? Inches. 1 gets the inch, 2.54. The 1's on the bottom. We don't need the 1. Is this a multiply or divide situation? multiply 74 times 2.54. Now you will notice, ladies and gentlemen, every time I am writing this out, do I care necessarily if you do? In a one calculation question, do I care if you write that out? Pardon me? Yeah, but he's 6'2" 12. I know. That's okay. And then I'm not writing the right answer because I'm too lazy to get out my calculator. Okay? Now, does everybody see? It's exactly the same thing, but the numbers are going to be weird, yes? I'm going to eliminate a couple of questions right now. 1, round to 2 decimal places, unless otherwise specified. For the entire year, the answer is always, what do I round to? 2 decimal places. Always, unless otherwise specified. Okay? And you can go now, page 23 and 24. It's 922. We will call that today's work. You'll see the right answers first thing tomorrow. And then we'll do page 25 in class tomorrow. You have 9 minutes by my clock. Wait, no, class is 9:30, yeah? 9:35. I thought it was 9:30. I'll check on my app. I didn't get the new app. I got the Panther Planner app. I kept the old one. Today is 9:30. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you got 8 minutes. Everybody good? And quiz on Thursday is 14 questions. 12 of them. No, actually on the quiz they're all multiple choice. 12 of them are within one system and there's 2 converting between systems. Okay? And we will write that on Thursday. We will mark it in class. And you will tell me what you got. Oakley dokley? Oakley dokley. Well, you will tell me personally. I'll walk around and get the number from you.